tonight. So be sure to stay on here so you don't lose your place. We only have room for about 1,000 seats here, and I don't want you to get locked out. So be sure to stay on. We have a great presentation plan for you tonight. My good friend Harlan Kilstein. I want to make sure that our audio is coming through good. Can you give me a quick audio check and let me know if you're hearing my voice? Just say, yes, I'm hearing you, James. Let me know. All right, excellent, excellent. Nice active crowd tonight. Everybody's ready to go. All right, and let me also make sure that you can see the screen. On the screen right now, you should see the elephant on a train, no-cost marketing. I can't wait to find out what this elephant that Harlan is going to tell us about is. Just say, yes, I see the screen, or see it. Yeah, absolutely. Great. All right. We're going to get started in about 5 seconds here, so bear with me. Hi, this is James Jones with the Wednesday Night Workshop. My guest tonight is Harlan Kilstein. Now, Harlan is best known for his Jedi copywriting skills that have produced millions of dollars in sales for clients like Frank Kern, Stephen Pierce, Rich Schefron, Ed Dale, and many more. In fact, Harlan holds the odd distinction of making the fastest $1 million online in about 22 minutes. And Harlan is also a rabbi, he's a yoga practitioner, and he's a devotee of meditation. But he's also known as the secret weapon responsible for many $1 million launches. Harlan lives in South Florida where the sun shines all year long, and he loves working overlooking the beach. So, Harlan, I'm going to bring you on now. Thanks for coming on. And I tell you, I'd love to have some of that sunshine that you're enjoying because we've been getting rain here for the past, it seems like, 7 or 8 days.
Well, I can tell you that the weather yesterday was 88 wonderful, sunshiny degrees in Florida, and I posted a picture of the weather to my Facebook page and got hate letters from.
Well, I'll be going to Las Vegas tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be sunny tomorrow. I'm going for the Amazing convention.
Oh, fantastic! Well, this is the best time to come to Vegas, because if you go in the summer, it's 120 degrees, and that's in the shade. So
yeah,
it's not a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite cities, and I love going to conferences there and holding many of my own. So, folks, what we're going to be talking about today, what we're going to be talking about tonight, is we're going to be talking about Instagram. Now, a lot of people are saying, what's Instagram? But in just a few moments from now, not only are you going to know what Instagram is, but you're also going to understand how powerful it is. Now, what we're going to see is that there are different stages of any social media platform. And right now, Instagram is at a very early stage. And that means this is the time to get on Instagram because the rules are still being formulated. And that means that if you are a marketer, this is the gold rush stage. Now, for those of you who are on Facebook, you can hear stories about what Facebook used to be like in the early days. Well, it's those early days on Instagram. And right now, you can promote just about anything on Instagram, of course, as long as it's legal. But this means that, for example, things that are not allowed on Facebook or frowned on Facebook, such as network marketing, they have a place on Instagram, and they're making a killing on Instagram. I know somebody in network marketing who's doing $80K a month on Instagram. And the best thing about Instagram is that there is no cost to do marketing on Instagram. So think about this. A lot of people say, oh, I need more traffic to my website, but I can't get the traffic because I have to pay for it. Not anymore. So we're going to go through, and I hope you're going to have lots of questions James, I'm going to leave it up to you as to what to interrupt or ask questions that are right on target, or we'll take a break at some point and ask questions. But folks, if you have a
Yeah,
question, type it
yeah,
in.
Harlan.
Okay.
Let me just chime in here. Yeah, enter your questions now, and then what we'll do is we'll take a break at the end, and I'll field all the questions for Harlan. That way, I don't interrupt him during his presentation.
Okay.
How does that sound?
So, folks, one of the emails that James sent out said that you should have your smartphones handy. So, if you do, that's great. If you don't, well, you'll learn something anyway. Don't play with your smartphone. You're going to be using it in a little demonstration later on, just between you and you. So you'll get a feel to see how easy and how fun Instagram is. By the way, how many people on this call are not using Instagram yet? The answer is I'm not using Instagram yet. What do you say? Okay, so I'm seeing not using it, not using it, have an account, don't use it, no, no, not using it. My grandkids do. Okay, not using it yet. I'm seeing a lot of yets. That's good. Um, Most people are not using it. So it's my goal tonight to get um, that to change. Now we're going to take specific questions later on about your own particular needs. So make sure to pay attention because number one, I may cover your question. There is going to be a lot of detail on this. And I want to make sure to answer your question. So pay attention so we don't have to deal with questions that have already been answered a whole bunch of times. Now, Instagram um, is a really fantastic platform. So let's jump in and have you guys learn something. So I want to start with the elephant and the train. Now, my friend David tells this story about a man who wanted to travel home with his pet elephant. And he went to the train master room where he buys tickets, and he stood at the window and he said, I'd like a ticket for myself and I'd like my elephant to ride in the baggage car. And the guy like turns around, taps the sign in back of him and says, hey buddy, can't you read? And the guy looks at it and says, no elephants on the train. So sorry, no elephants allowed on the train. So he goes, but how am I going to get my elephant home? Hey, that's not my problem. No elephants on the train. So he says, okay. He takes his elephant by the leash and walks him outside the train station. And he's outside, and elephant is there standing patiently. And he looks across the street and he sees a Home Depot. And then the idea comes to him. So he walks across the street, ties up his elephant, goes inside, comes out with some lumber, and he's borrowed a hammer and nails and some casters, and he builds a big box, gets the elephant in the box, throws some hay in for it, and closes it up, wheels it across the street, goes to the station manager and says, hey, I'd like a ticket for the train, and I'd like my box to go in the baggage car. And the guy says, no problem. You just roll it into the baggage car yourself. And he says, fantastic. And that's how he got the elephant on the train. So, what's the meaning of the story? If you look at Instagram, if you take a look at Instagram, you're going to see all kinds of photos. Here's someone's vacation photos. There are a lot of cat photos. Here's some National Geographic scenic photos. And you're going to look at them and say, this guy is smoking something funny if he thinks that this is for business. But that's because it's like the elephant on the train. You have to learn to look beyond. And I'm going to show you now how to look beyond, and you're going to see businesses that are run by people just like you who are doing making substantial income I'm going to show some of them to you. I'm going to talk to you about how they did it. And you may just find it fascinating enough to start doing it too. So when Twitter started, these were the glory days of Twitter. And all of a sudden, everybody wanted to have more Twitter followers than anybody. Now, there are people like James who consistently tweeted and maintained their Twitter following. And I know that James has always given a lot of content via Twitter. But a lot of people came and thought that Twitter was a numbers game. And they started buying fake followers because they wanted to look super important. Um, and pretty soon, when people started following all of these followers, your Twitter stream filled with spam. Every 5 minutes, it seemed, you had a direct message in your box spamming you to one offer or another. And pretty soon, lots of marketing people left Twitter, and unfortunately, they never went back. However, the smart folks like James, who stayed true to what they were doing and engaged people on Twitter, well, Twitter became a very valuable way to connect. It became a way to meet the top people in your niche. People began making serious money with Twitter, but the get rich quick crowd had moved on. So it started with Twitter and then Facebook. And people did the same thing on Facebook. It became a numbers game. And people wanted friends on Facebook and lots of friends on Facebook. And people put up pages and started buying fake likes so they could show that they had 100,000, 200,000. I mean, and they ended up shooting themselves in the foot because all these fake likes were lowering their engagement, and the real people were showing less and less things. And then, of course, Facebook caught on, cut that out, and people who had followings of 200,000 went down to like 3, and Facebook said, don't buy likes. So the whole business of fake stuff has gone down. Even YouTube has cut down on the fake views. Well, right now, because it is the beginning of a cycle, there are people who are doing the same thing on Instagram. We'll get that in a moment. Again, for people who built relationships on Facebook, Facebook became a valuable way to connect. I'm out here right now for a conference. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. I have dinner tonight with a friend that I met on Facebook. I have lunch tomorrow with a friend that I met on Facebook. And that friend who I met for lunch, who I'm meeting for lunch tomorrow, has actually volunteered to be a volunteer and man the door at my event. Have we met in person? No, we just became friends through Facebook. You can build real relationships through Facebook. Um, People have made serious money with Facebook, myself included. Um, but the get rich quick schemers have moved on from Facebook. In many cases, they've gone back to Twitter. So I want to introduce Instagram to you, and you may not know a bunch of these things. There are now 400 million users on Instagram, and it's going up exponentially. About 3/4 of them are female. Now, most people use it for selfies and sharing. Most people have no idea that it can be used for marketing. And people wander around blindly, not knowing how to use it. Now, for those of you who would like a little bit of history, Instagram was out there crushing things, and Facebook was about ready to go public. And when you go public for their IPO for a stock, one of the things that you want to do is you want to show that you have money in the bank. It shows that you're solid. It shows that what you have is working. And Facebook did something that was absolutely unthinkable at the time, and that is they took they took $1 billion and they bought Instagram. Now, when these big sites are bought, they are, in many cases, Instagram, they hadn't made a single dollar. When Google bought YouTube, it had not made a single dollar. But the big businesses learn how to turn it into a lucrative platform. And Facebook bought Instagram, and they only started allowing advertising within the past few months. So they hope that it's going to be bringing in money on with advertising. But I'm going to tell you that although advertising works really well right now on Instagram, because so few companies are doing it, you don't even need to pay for it because you can get anything you want done on Instagram for free. You want to grow a list? Fantastic. You can do that for free. Want to sell an affiliate product? You can do that for free. Want to sell your own product? You can do that for free. It doesn't matter what profession you are in. It doesn't matter what goal you are in. You can find people and tap in to almost unlimited free traffic. And the nice thing about Instagram is that it's fast. It's fast. So, there are many people and businesses that became successful only through Instagram. Some of them, I will admit, are kind of weird, like this one. This is Jen Selter. Jen Selter is extremely famous on Instagram because all she does is post pictures of her butt. She is known as the yoga butt lady, and every day there are new pictures of her butt. She has, as you can see, 7 million followers. And it's people like Jen who go, oh, wait a minute, this isn't serious. Now, it's kind of interesting that Jen turned Instagram into her own business opportunity. So if you go to her website, she's building a list, she's selling videos and fame. She went on Barbara Waters' show and she showed her how to take a selfie of her butt. She was featured in Vanity Fair magazine. She was featured in New York Magazine. She got a fitness column in a major New York newspaper. She's also probably gotten a few thousand marriage proposals. So that's Jen. Now I want you to take a look at this business. This is called Shreds. Shreds. And Shreds sells, it's mostly about fitness, weight loss, supplement products, etc. You see that Jen had 7 million followers. They have 1.5 million followers. Let me point out some things to you about this. So, number one, just so that you know, you were looking at an extremely successful business. They know what they are doing. So number one is you are looking at what's called their profile page. And their profile page gives you the opportunity to write something describing what you have. This is where people use hashtags. We'll see more about this. They mention that they are on Kik, which is one of these new communication things like WhatsApp. They list their email address and they have a URL. And they use the URL, a bit.ly URL of Get Shreds, and they do that, they use a bit.ly link so they can track the clicks that come over from Instagram and make sure how they're doing. Because recently, since they've become so successful, they are now advertising on Google. So they want to track their traffic, and they do it with a bit.ly link. And you see that they post several times a day. They actually have other Shreds things, the Shreds Challenge, Shred Women, Shreds Fitness. This is a company that is doing extremely well. Here, if you go to their site, they have a 30-day, quick 30-day weight loss for men or for women. You see in the background there, the guy on the right, the muscles bulging in the tattoos. You guys may not know that, but that's a picture of James. Okay, take the clothes off, and he is just one muscular guy. Was I allowed to say that, James? Give that away? He's probably all embarrassed now. But Shreds, they have built a multiple seven-figure business quickly. Okay, they are actually rapidly approaching eight figures. They've gathered followers. They converted followers into fans. They converted fans into buyers. And there is zero marketing costs on Instagram. James, are we around? He's left me. Let me check in with you guys. Any questions on what we've covered so far? No questions. I see that. People saying, nope, not yet. Good info. All right, let's go a little bit further. Now, this is my local gym, and I want you to pay attention here. The company's IX3 Fitness, and they describe themselves as a high-energy group fitness and cardio kickboxing in Boca Raton. Special offer, and this is critical. Unlimited week plus free boxing gloves for $24.99. Come have fun with us. And they have their link right there. And again, they're tracking their link. Now, I can tell you by speaking to the owner of the gym, he had been marketing on Facebook and he had been doing a lot of paid advertising on Facebook, but it wasn't working well for him. He was making money, but he didn't like giving so much money to Facebook. So he came over to Instagram. In the time that he has been on Instagram, he has more than doubled his business, and he hasn't paid a single dollar for it. So has doubled his business with Instagram. Now here's how he does it. Pay attention, okay? I'm giving away his secrets here. And you can use these secrets for almost any business, okay? Almost any business. I am giving away real gold here. So whatever you are doing, stop it and pay attention at this point. What he does is he finds people who are following rival gyms in the area, and he follows them. So he'll look for like LA Fitness Boca or a whole bunch of smaller gyms. And he follows the people who are following those gyms. Typically, when someone follows you, you check them out to see who's following you. Since he's following Boca Raton people who are interested in fitness, it's very natural that they look things over and they see an extremely cool set of pictures. He uses pictures, he uses video, he posts every day, he posts results, and he has that killer offer I showed you. So most people follow him back and follow his feed, and they watch what they're doing. In a very short time, they find his special offers and make their way into the gym. Now, I can tell you that because of what he's done on Instagram, this is a local business who has doubled his business. His classes are filled to capacity and people are turned away. I'm in their private Facebook group, and it seems like every day he or his wife are posting, we apologize to the people that we had to turn away. Please make reservations using our app. But we're really sorry we had to turn people away. And all of this is marketing with no cost. He has zero marketing cost. The only marketing cost he has is his smartphone. Okay? That's pretty darn good. So when people click over to see his profile, he took a picture of his wife and they broke it up like this. So when you click over there, you go, whoa, how did they do that? And it gives this wow factor that people say, okay, I want to see this. I want to follow them. So one of the biggest secrets that there is to Instagram, it's like the elephant in plain sight, is give people content that they want to see. If you're a local gym, make sure your content is about being a local gym. They don't want to see pictures of you and your kids at the beach on a Sunday. Keep it relevant. At this stage on Instagram, you are allowed to have more than one account. Keep your selfies, keep the pictures of your kid, keep the pictures of your cat, keep them off Instagram, keep them off your business account, okay? And this is how you do it. Make sure your business account is about a business account. If you are selling homemade jewelry, your pictures could be of jewelry, but it's really much more than just pictures of jewelry to get people involved. You want people following you, you want them excited to you, but you don't want to be annoying to them like, hey, buy this. Hey, buy this now. Oh, want to buy it now? So if you follow successful businesses, you will see how they are doing it. So exactly what is Instagram? Well, it's a combination of Insta and Telegram. It's a really fun and fast way to share with your followers. Now, I have taught programs about Twitter. I have taught programs about Facebook. I teach about Instagram. But Instagram is the only one where people come back to me and say, Harlan, this is really fun. So Instagram is fun. It doesn't seem like you're actually working on your business. It's really fun. It makes businesses real. So for example, there is a place in San Francisco that sells glasses. It's an optician store, and they have like really nicely designed offices. And every day there will be a post of, let's say, one of their glass frames, or there might be pictures of their office. And this company's business has gone through the roof because people want to see, oh, look at all these glasses, look at this selection, oh, that place looks pretty cool. And then they go in there. Bicycle stores, which post very interesting things about the history of bicycling. I didn't even know half the things they post, but they get people interested, they get people engaged, and then it's a very short period of time when people go and actually start coming in. As you know, customers come to know, like, and trust you, and that's because they're following you. When they make a connection with your company, it translates into sales. Now, I have to tell you that aside from the work that I do on Instagram, I also started testing paid ads on Instagram. Even though you don't have to, I wanted to see how it worked. I have to tell you that I started making sales the first day. It is a rabid, hungry buying platform. And because there are so few businesses doing it correctly, if you follow the simple steps, you're pretty guaranteed to crush it on Instagram and have more traffic than you even know what to do with. Want to bring people to add to your list? Well, then do a giveaway. Want to build followers? Then do a contest. Want to make sales? Then give a discount. We do all of these things, and they all work. Now, Instagram is a free mobile application for Apple, Android, and BlackBerry. And that brings in a couple of caveats. Number one, Instagram is really meant to be used from smartphones and tablets. Yes, there are workarounds for desktops, but they're not all that reliable. There are some ways around it, but it's really designed to be used from smartphones and tablets. The other thing is, Instagram is insanely careful about its API, and it's the API that lets people post. So Instagram will not allow software that auto posts for you. They do not want people spamming Instagram. So even if you use software that says it can auto post for you, it's not entirely true. It is not auto posting for you. It's doing something entire elsewhere. Okay, so bottom line is, can you use it from a desktop? Yeah, it's kind of like scratching your left ear with your right elbow. It can be done, but it's not the greatest thing. You really should have a smartphone. You should really have a tablet. That's where it starts to come alive. And the reason is that there are all kinds of apps that make Instagram sing. And I have to tell you, without these apps, Instagram can be a burden. But there's such cool apps that make life simpler. You really want to be from a smartphone or a tablet. Also, you must set up your account correctly to use it to make money. We're going to get going on some accounts now for those of you who haven't had one. But we're just going to play around tonight. If you want to do it for business, you have to do it a different way. Now, the key is not everybody's looking at Jen Selter's yoga butt and saying, "Oh, I need 7 million followers." No, you don't. It's we're not interested in millions of followers. We're interested in targeted followers, and that is the difference. Targeted followers make you money. Non-targeted followers are just a pain in the butt, and they don't do anything for you. They're not going to translate into sales. So I met somebody recently who challenged me and said, "What do you mean, Harlan, that you don't need followers? You need lots of followers." And I said, "Okay, great. How many followers do you have?" He said, 729,000. And I said, "And how much money are you making?" And he said, "None." I said, "Well, that's exactly my point. You know, it's not a numbers game. You could have 100 followers, and if they're highly targeted, you'll make more money than tens of thousands of followers." I want you to keep that in mind, because all of these people who are selling Facebook, Instagram followers and whatever, it's an absolute total waste of money. We want a relationship with them. We do not want mass numbers. Now, here you can see this was Shreds, and here's a picture on Shreds, and everything is calculated. So, A, we have a picture of pretty girl. B, she is wearing a sweatshirt. No, they didn't come with only half the material. They pushed it up so you could see how her abs look. And she's wearing Shreds clothing. She's got her little Shreds shake in her right hand. And in the background, you see the Shreds bag and the Shreds supplement and the Shreds pills. This is a money machine. And even though this was only 20 minutes up, it had already gotten something like, you see down at the bottom, 2,500 likes. So if you know what you're doing, you're going to get followers, you're going to get likes, and you're going to make money. So, buttons on the bottom of the Instagram. On the left, the button is called the feed button. It's the home icon. Now this will show you images that are uploaded by people you are following. You will appear on their home icon. You typically, just like on Facebook, do not see every single post. So it's important that you post a couple of times a day to make sure that people see you. Explore. This shows you posts from people you don't follow, and you can also use this to target people to follow. We're going to want to target people to follow because we want them to follow us back. That's how we build our highly targeted lists. Share. This is where you create your own Instagram. It opens your camera. Instagram also gives you the option to upload your own photos. And Instagram gives you 20 filters and customization tools so that your pictures stand out. And standing out is really important on Instagram. That's where success is by doing things a little bit differently. And with all of those filters, you can do things a little bit differently. News shows you updates to your account. It shows you people who are following you. If someone has sent you a direct message, that's where you would all find it out. Those are the buttons on the bottom of the app. And account is where you edit your profile. And that's super important. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people on Instagram who say that they aren't making any money. And I go and I look at it and I see that they haven't set up a profile. Like no one knows who they are. And if no one knows who they are, and if they don't put in a URL to make sales, well, they're not going to make too many sales. So let's go ahead and download Instagram right now if you don't already have it. If you do have it, then open it up. So you would go on Apple or Android, you would go to the store and download the Instagram app. Download it and install it, and you're going to have two choices. Just sign in for right now with your Facebook account. Just sign in right now for your Facebook account. And here you see a photo that I published a little while earlier today. And I just did it for a demo and to show you what it looks like. And you see the buttons down at the bottom. I talked about what the buttons are. The blue one in the middle is the one that you would use to post. So take a moment or two, download the app, and let's see if you guys can upload a picture. Upload a picture. So the sign up is asking for either an email address or sign up with Facebook. The easiest thing is to sign up with Facebook. You can always sign out and add a different address later. Okay. And for those of you who are saying that my audio is crashing, I apologize. I'm in a hotel, and I guess it's struggling to keep up with the brilliance that's coming out. Okay. Go ahead once you do that, sign up, find maybe a picture on your phone or take a picture of your foot, and just upload it to Instagram. Make your first post, okay? Make your first post and let me know how it works for you. Go ahead and do it. Who's making their first post now? Done. All right, congratulations, Donna. Jonas is doing it. Who else is making their first post right now? Mike did it. David did it. Appears that someone has hijacked my email and user ID. Then I would do, if it's your email and user ID, I would do a lost password reset, and it should come to your email account. Susan has done it. Pat is doing it. Mike says it's easy. Lorna is doing it. Beth has done it. Cherie has done it, and she said 20 people already liked it. What should I post? Norman, take a picture of your foot, take a picture of your cat, take a picture of a lamp in your house, take a picture of your screen and post it. Take a picture of anything. Larry said he did it in Spanish. Took a picture. Now, how do I post? You use, if you're looking at my screen right now, down at the bottom, you see the blue button with the square box. That's the Instagram button, and that's how you post. You hit that button, it will ask for permission to access your photos, say yes, it'll see your photos, pick the one you want to post, and boom, there it goes. Jack did it. Kira did it. Maria did it. Luciano did it. Okay, David said he's a pro. Okay, other David said he did it. Okay, Cherie's happy. You don't see the buttons. What am I doing wrong? Well, first of all, make sure it's installed and you've logged in. Then you should see them way down at the bottom. Okay. The download to my iPad shows a volume of relevant photos, and I try to delete them. It gives you the opportunity to pay them. There's nothing to pay on the Instagram app. You may have downloaded the wrong app because the Instagram app is free, free, free. Rhonda says she's following me. Uh-oh. Sharon says she's done it. Adamar is doing it. Jackie did it. So Mike says that's a great question. We're going to come back to that, Mike. It's really a great question. Okay. Can you use this for affiliate or CPA offers? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so sign up with your Facebook account and do it. Now, connecting on Instagram. This is super important. I am giving this stuff away. Pay attention. This is all meat, no fat. Your profile is the most valuable piece of real estate on Instagram. Instagram marketing is more subtle. Remember I said the elephant is on the train? Okay, it's hiding in plain sight in the box. Instagram marketing is more subtle. You do not want in-your-face marketing. You want to inspire people, engage with people, and then sell them. People have to seek out who you are. We're going to lead a trail of breadcrumbs so they can find us. But when they do find you, they are highly motivated. So in your profile is where you add your URL for your website, for your affiliate offer. If you're selling something on Amazon, you can put it there, okay? And some people like using something called Bitly or a pretty links so you can do some tracking of what comes there. But that's where your URL comes in. Now, people always ask me, can you do this for network marketing? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, I personally know somebody who's making $80K a month from Instagram with zero marketing spend, okay? It is absolutely possible to be making real money on Instagram without spending a dime. And if that doesn't like wake you up and go, oh my gosh, this is valuable, because Instagram is just a never-ending parade. You name it, whatever you're trying to sell, there are people on Instagram who want to buy it. Okay, there is virtually nothing that cannot be sold on Instagram. Now, here, remember, IX3 Fitness. One of the things that I want to point out to you is that they use a lot of video. Video on Instagram is a 15-second video unless you are using, unless you are paying for an advertisement, in which case you can have a 30-second video, like a television commercial. You can do it yourself. You can shoot it with your camera, upload it, and there it goes. Now, one of the reasons for their success is, as you can see on this row, there are, out of 3 photos when I took this picture, 2 of them are video. Now, Instagram is known for photos. So if you do video, it works even better. Okay, so here's some stuff, real notes on how to crush it on Instagram. Design a powerful bio that makes people want to get to know you. Hint, know the keywords to reach them. Next thing, know the right hashtags for your ideal followers. Use custom hashtags for your business. Now, I believe a hashtag is where you have the pound sign and then you say something like hashtag kickboxing, hashtag animal rescue, hashtag homemade jewelry, hashtag ice cream. Now, lots of people make custom hashtags. Now, you can certainly make a custom hashtag for the name of your business. But if you make a hashtag like hashtag my flowers are nicer than your flowers, I assure you that there is nobody on Instagram who is using a hashtag like that or searching for a hashtag. So there is branding and there is just being silly. Like a lot of people do Throwback Thursday, and that's fine to have a Throwback Thursday. It's a popular thing. But to say today's Thursday and there's only one more day to the weekend as a hashtag is kind of silly. And you're wasting a lot of the energy of Instagram. If you want people to engage with you, you have to engage with them. Like their posts, comment on them, engage with them. If you interact with others, they will interact with you. Be genuine. Don't just sit back and act like the prima donna and say, oh, I'm not going to interact with those people. It is silly. It is beneath me. No, it is not. That's how you get followers. So keep that in mind. And be consistent. Post on a regular basis. Daily posts will grow your business fast. Okay, let's take a pause here and go for questions. Okay, let's look for questions. If you've typed it and I haven't seen them, James, are you with me?
Yes, Harlan, I am. Let me start at the very beginning here. We had questions coming in before we even got started.
Okay.
So here's a question that several people have asked. If I'm selling on Amazon, if I'm selling an FBA type product on Amazon, can I use Instagram?
And the answer is absolutely. Here's how you would do it. First of all, number one is I recommend that you find that you look at what the product is and you look for who your competition is on Amazon and get their brand names. Come on to Instagram and see who's already on Instagram. Not everybody will, but the market leaders, chances are they will. Follow their followers. Follow their followers and start interacting with those followers. They, in turn, will start following and interacting with you. They will start seeing your product and they will start making purchases. If you have set up your link as a tracking link, you will start to see a trickle of traffic and then it will grow into a flood. But FBA and Instagram are perfect together. And what you're going to find is that no matter what it is, you're going to find things there. And then you want to use hashtags. So for example, if you are selling a all natural uh, flea and tick shampoo, you would want to tag some of the big um, Instagram groups, such as Dogs of Instagram. You would want to start tagging the competition. You would want to start tagging your own brand name. You would use tags like flea and tick, um, uh, hashtag dog skin and coat, hashtag dog allergies. And people will, who are looking for that, will find you. You may also test doing things like tagging famous dog trainers. That will get you a lot of traffic. So it's really easy to do, and there's just about nothing that you can't do on Instagram. Okay, I hope that answered. Got another question for me?
Yes, Harlan, I have about 100 questions here, so let me pick a good one out. Okay, so let's take it from another standpoint. What about Kindle books? Someone's asking about how do we use Instagram to market our children's ebooks
Okay,
or children's
great.
Kindle books?
You guys you have an eclectic audience, and these are all great questions. So first of all, what people want to do is they want to be inspired. So what I would be doing is publishing photo memes. That's those pictures with words on them that will inspire parents. And people love those things. They eat it up. Um, Add some memes about books. There's the famous Groucho Marx, one about um, dogs and books of like what is it? Inside, inside, inside a dog. It's too dark to read, or something like that. Stuff like that. People are going to like. They're going to follow, and then you publish the um, you publish the cover of your book, or maybe a quote from your book in a photo, and you will start selling it. There are a lot of people, by the way, who are using Instagram to launch their books on the bestseller list. And one of the people that I teach about in the course is a yoga teacher who got her book on the bestseller list just from Instagram.
Okay, Harlan, and along the same vein, we have people asking. Several people are now asking about Shopify. Can you use Instagram for Shopify? And then can you use Instagram for marketing CPA offers? And pretty much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, this is the golden age of Instagram. So you could certainly bring people. Let's say you're using it to a CPA offer for weight loss product. Just study exactly what Shreds does and just put in a different URL. Obviously, don't steal their pictures of someone wearing Shreds gear, but they're showing you the way. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to find out who is your competition on Instagram, follow them, and see what they're doing. A simple way to see if they're getting some serious traffic is to go over to their site and check their Alexa rating. The Alexa button, which you can install for free on any browser, will tell you how much traffic that site is getting. Of course, if their number is in like the 22 million, it means that not even their mother is visiting their site. But if you see a lot of traffic to the site, and you see them actively posting on Instagram, you know that what they're doing is working. So become a spy.
Okay, Harlan, and the next most asked question is about outsourcing. And people are asking several different things, but you can probably answer them all in one. But basically, can this be outsourced completely? And then I've had two people here now ask that how can this be outsourced if this is done via your own smartphone and you've set up your account via Facebook?
So first of all, number one is if you're going to use it for your business, you're not going to use that Facebook login. You're going to use an email login. And then you can give that to your outsourcer, and they would be able to do that. So you would set up a different account for your business, And once they have it, they can. There are a lot of different apps that let you manage and follow and like and whatever for multiple accounts. Remember, right now, it's still the glory days of Instagram, so you can have multiple accounts. Um, but remember, let's say you have two businesses, you have a website that teaches people Italian cooking, and you have a website that teaches people, I don't know, how to sell snow shovels during the winter. Um, Obviously, you're going to have different content for both.
Okay, and another question we're getting a lot of is, can you please tell us how to get the Instagram icon on an iPad? People are say they're having problems figuring out
Okay,
which app is the
okay,
Instagram
okay,
app because
okay.
there seems to be
So
several different.
here's the thing. Okay, you guys, ooh, I should have said this and you caught me. If you're on an iPad and you're in the App Store, it is set on, when you download, it's looking for apps for your iPad. If you go up to the top row there and you click and say, show me all apps, including for the iPhone, you will find the Instagram app. Download the one that's for the phone. I promise you it works on the iPad, but you have to change the setting so that it finds the app for the phone.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Harlan.
I have gotten
Another question. A
only
lot
I
of
have
people.
gotten
Oh, go ahead.
only really good questions.
um, Another question that's being asked a lot is, where do we get photos from to use on Instagram?
Okay, so first of all, number one is the basic economy. Okay, the economy, if you live in the United States, is like dollars and cents. The economy on Instagram are typically photo memes. And photo memes are words with a background. And there are dozens of apps that you could use that do this for you for either free or extremely low cost. Now, obviously, if you are selling, okay, let's pretend you're a real estate agent, okay, and you want to sell homes in a particular area. What you should be posting are homes that you are listing. Go to a home and post, here's the outside, here's what the kitchen looks like, here's what the master bath looks like. Okay, so you would be taking your own photos with your smartphone. Um, but just like to post pictures of flowers and cats and stuff like that, unless you're in the business, it's not going to make you money. You should be thinking of creating photos, which after you do one, if it takes you, more than 20 seconds, you're going really slow. So most photos that smart businesses use are either of their product or something inspiring. Um, you don't have to go out and do that. And if you do want pictures, you can go to Flickr and download them. And many of them just say, hey, just say where you got the photo from in the caption, and they're happy with that.
Okay, and we got another question about monetization from both Marilyn and Kara. They want to know they're both life coaches, and they want to know how they can use Instagram to increase their client base.
Okay, so if you are a life coach, then you already know the kind of issues that your people have. You want to follow the same thing that my gym did, which is go to find other life coaches that are on Instagram, follow their followers, and start um, posting inspiring quotes. If you deal mostly with marriage and relationship issues, post photos with inspiring things. Uh, Post pictures of of happy couples with words on them, and you will. It's the inspiring quotes that are going to get people to follow you. People eat that stuff up.
Okay, and Aaron says that how do you go about marketing a non-sexy business such as my carpet cleaning business?
Oh,
And
well,
that's Aaron saying it's non-sexy, not me. I,
so first
I
of all,
happen to
number
think
one,
carpet cleaning is a very
first of
sexy
all,
business.
James and I both think that carpet cleaning is a sexy business. If first, so what you would do is, I'm assuming that you are local, a local business, so you want to use your local hashtags. You want to follow local people, they'll follow you back. And I would be posting, taking as many photos of before and after as you can and combining it in one photo. So half is on the left is before, the half on the right is the after. You show some of your amazing work, and I guarantee you that there will be people wanting to hire you. Tell the story. Pictures are stories. Yes, it was Thanksgiving party and someone tripped over the dog. The turkey and the gravy went flying and it was a white rug. They called me the next morning. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like at the end of the day. Give them absolute proof you can do it. And remember, the cost of doing that is free. It's absolutely free.
All right, and Damon wants to know, if I sell digital info products, who would you suggest that I follow?
Well, let's see. How about any gurus who are doing the same thing? There are lots and lots of people out there who are selling digital products, and you can find them. I'll tell you one, Marie Forleo, she sells digital products, and since Instagram is 76% female, she would be a great person to follow her followers. You can start right there.
Okay, and I think we're starting to get a theme here now. People are chiming in their businesses now. Someone said, how about a jewelry business? And someone else said, what about musicians?
So, for
Um,
example, jewelry
and,
business, start following other businesses. See what Tiffany does. Now, I want to tell you something absolutely really strange. It's one of my examples of one of the best businesses on Instagram, and that is Burberry. Burberry is a clothing store. It's known for the Burberry plaid. Now, the interesting thing is, typically, the people who wear Burberry are older. But I want you to know that Burberry has become extremely popular with the younger crowd because of what they do on Instagram. So you can actually find new generations of customers on Instagram by going out there and posting.
okay, and I want to just read this from David. David said, lots of laughs. I've been looking for a niche all week, and I just got an idea for one, so thank you. So something we said during this webinar, Harlan, gave David an idea. Great. Um, can you have more than one Instagram account for your different niches?
And the answer is yes. You'll just need different email addresses to log in and log out, and you can sign in and out um, and and do that.
All right, Harlan, we got lots and lots of more questions here. Do you have any more of the presentation to do now, or should we?
Let's take some more questions and then we'll move on. Let's take 5
Okay.
more minutes of questions because these are all good questions, and I think that the questions are letting everybody learn from them.
Okay. Okay. Sharon wants to know. You mentioned the Alexa Traffic app. She said, "What is the spelling of that?" It's Alexa.
That's it. And just write, look for, go to Google and type in, remember, this would be on your computer, Alexa button, Chrome, Alexa button Firefox, Alexa button Safari. Lord knows if anybody's still using Internet Explorer, Alexa button Internet Explorer. They all have them. And what they do is they show you a number. The lower the number, the more the traffic. So like number 1 is Google, number 2 is like either Facebook or YouTube, and number 3 is the other. So that that shows you, the top sites, and it also shows you sites that have no traffic whatsoever. If you find a site under 200,000, it's getting good traffic. If you find a site under 100,000, it's getting serious traffic. If you find a site under 10,000, man, those guys know what they're doing.
Alrighty. What if I'm trying to follow my competitors, but they have private profiles? Do I request to follow them?
No. If anybody who has a private profile, ignore. It means that they really don't know what they're doing on Instagram. There's no reason to keep it follow it. So those are people who are not going to buy it. If your competitor has a private profile, you should be kicking your feet up in the air because they're idiots.
Oh, here's a great technical question. Actually, 2 people asked this right in a row about tagging and hashtags. So is tagging the same as creating a hashtag? And what is a hashtag?
Okay, a hashtag is the way people search or find things on Instagram. A lot of people use general hashtags like dogs, which is probably not very useful. Dog adoption, hashtag dog adoption is a better way, or hashtag dog training is a better way, or hashtag dog grooming is a better way. So the more specific your hashtag, the more you're bringing targeted followers. That is not the same as tagging. Tagging is what you would do if, let's say, if you took a picture and someone was with you, you could tag them to add them to the picture. But that would work. But hashtags are how you are found and find other people on a hashtag. It's really the key to search. It's the key to being discovered.
Okay, and Jonathan wants to know, I've already started my Instagram account for a future brand, but when I started the Instagram account, I looked to see if there was a business account version. I never saw one. I've already started getting followers with my brand on it. Well, is that okay? Is it okay to do it that way?
Yes, as long as it would be better if it's not your business account, your personal account. So, for example, I have a number of different accounts, and I have dedicated. I'm fortunate. I have more than one toy. So I have my business account is on my iPad, and my personal account, which I don't use all that much, is on my iPhone. I usually use my iPhone to spy on businesses.
All right, and we have a couple more people that are confused about the app, this time on Facebook. So
The app,
I searched for Instagrams on Facebook. There are lots of icons. What do I choose?
first of all, you should not be searching on Facebook. You should be searching in the App Store.
Okay. So whichever phone you've got, your Android or your iPhone, search in that app store.
And the app for Instagram, it only says Instagram. If it says something like purchases optional, you got the wrong thing. It should only say the title should be Instagram, not anything else, not like Wondergram, Supergram, Mistergram, Ladygram, Picturegram, only Instagram. If you download something else, you got the wrong one.
Alrighty, Diana wants to know what age groups are predominant on Instagram.
Right now, it's younger, but that's the way it's been with every social media mechanism. Facebook started with younger people. My kids were on Facebook long before I was, and then us older folks stumbled along afterwards. Right now, There are younger demographics on Instagram, but I could tell you, as someone who is an expert in the dog market, I am amazed. The typical dog market has always been women over 40, and I am seeing millions and millions of, of people who are passionate dog owners um, who are on Instagram. So I think it's redefining the ability to reach that market.
All right, let me go back down here and see if we've got any more questions
Are
that
you
haven't been
guys
asked.
learning, are you guys learning anything? Tell me if you're learning something.
Oh, while we're waiting for that, Harlan, here's another question from Diana. That's a good question. To set up multiple accounts, do you need to download the app multiple times?
No, no, you'll just need to sign out to create new accounts. You do not need
Okay.
more than one app. As a matter of fact, your phone won't let you have more than one.
Okay, yeah, lots of comments coming in. Good stuff. Excellent seminar. Amazing information. Thanks, Harlan and James.
Oh, I see Debbie asking,
Yes.
do you have any ideas for marketing supplements? Absolutely. First, see what Shreds is doing. Look, same thing. Look for who your competition is. That's the key to Instagram. The simplest key is don't recreate what's already been done. If somebody's doing a really good job, study what they are doing and you can imitate. You know what they say about imitation? It's the highest form of flattery. Just be an ethical marketer and don't swipe their stuff. Don't use anybody else's pictures, especially of a competitor. But if you do a supplement for back pain, um, see who else is on there.
Okay, Harlan, lots of accolades coming in, lots of comments about how presentation is. So thanks very much, people.
Okay, so let's come back here and go a little bit on some more Instagram tips. Be human and real. People want to connect with you. Local hashtag your posts if you have a local business. So I would be hashtag Boca Raton, or right now I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hashtag Scottsdale. This is the best way for people to find you. Form partnerships with giveaways. Contests and giveaways can help you grow your lists at lightning speed. Use a CTA as a call to action. Always use a call to action. Tell people what you want them to do. Now, on Facebook, they don't want you to ask for likes, shares, or whatever. But that's not, remember, this is the wild, wild west on Instagram. You can do this. Tell people to like your photo. Tell people to leave a comment. Tell people to tag a friend. And you can also send direct messages to keep people engaged with you. But this should be someone that you already know. Don't spam people that you don't know and send them, like your links or stuff like that. Instagram will shut you down for doing that. It's rude. There is an etiquette to Instagram, and what I want you to consider, and I want you to remember the story of the elephant on the train, is that you sell without being pushy, you sell without being in people's faces, and that's what people appreciate on Instagram, and that's where the money is. So in order to cut through the junk, curation got my Dogington post to the top of Google and the top of the field. Our readers know if it's dog news, we're going to carry it. We receive dozens of press releases every day, but we never carry them because it's almost never important news. Oh, my dog site, there's a 7-figure offer for it out there, but I'm turning it down because it's not enough. Now, curation works on Instagram too. And what you want to do is you want your followers to value your content and know what to expect. So if you followed enough stuff from, let's say, my local gym, which you can follow, IX3 Fitness, or Shreds, or any of the Shreds associate accounts, you'll see that they are doing similar content day in, day out, and it is working. So I have a course that I want to tell you about. It's called Instacuration. It's a 6-week course teaching you how to sell on Instagram. This is for any business. We go into real depth. I show you the correct way to open an account for business on Instagram, and it's not what they want you to do. How to set up your profile so that you sell, what to write in your company bio, what you should post, and what you should say about your posts. How to laser target people to follow on Instagram. How to discover people and make connections with them. How to build your brand on Instagram with power hashtags. How to actually sell on Instagram, a bunch of different techniques for selling. How to make power partnerships with people who you thought were your competitors and end up becoming your partners. Getting the right photos to enable selling. The secret that almost no one is using that makes Instagram 100 times more powerful. And understanding the Facebook Instagram connection. There's so much more all about social selling, apps that make Instagram rock and really make Instagram fun. And by the way, I'm going to tell you, I am not the only course about Instagram, but the other courses spend all of their time teaching you apps. You don't need 62 different apps. You may need 2 or 3 and you're done. I believe in results and teaching you how to sell, not in how to buy apps. Building your tribe. There's a Facebook group for discussion so you can follow and support each other. And there's a special bonus session, which is advertising on Instagram. And within the past week, I had just recorded that session. Advertising on Instagram, and lo and behold, the recording was staticky. So I said, all right, I'm doing it again. And Facebook changed the rules for advertising on Instagram and made it a whole lot easier. I was like going, whoa, that's amazing that happened. So this is just new. This is the most up-to-date course. And let me tell you something, people are swearing by it because it works. In as little as 2 weeks, you'll be blown away by your results. So I invite you to join Instacuration now. There are 2 ways to join. You can pay in full. It's $497. 2 payments of $300. You get immediate access. Just go to kilstein.com/go/James, and you'll be in there mastering Instagram in just a few minutes. Okay, James, I'm assuming you got that in the chat already or will soon.
Hey, Harlan, sorry, I was having some
All right.
computer issues here with my browser. I just wanted to test that link before I put it in, so I'll have it in a second. You got it already? Okay.
Let's see if I got it right. Yes.
I tested it now.
Someone test it and tell me whether it works.
Yes, sir, it does work.
Okay, great. And people are saying, I'm in, this is great. Well, good. I'm glad it's working. Any questions that you have about the course, feedback, what you want to know, I'll tell you whether it's in there. If you go over to that page and you look at it, you're going to see testimonials for people who have been through the course and are rocking it already. These are people who didn't know anything at the start, but they came away saying, wow, it's easy to master Instagram. What is the guarantee? It's right there on the page, Todd. Head over there and see it. Everything is there for you.
So, Harlan, this is a brand new course, isn't it?
This is a brand new course, absolutely. This is a brand new course. It's just been completed. And if anything comes along that, such as Facebook changing the rules, or Instagram changing the rules like they did on advertising, I update the course.
All right, good to know. What are your thoughts on Periscope versus Instagram?
So first of all, number one is Periscope is one of those things where the marketers are just swarming it. I can tell you that if you're marketing to marketers, Periscope is the place to be. If you're marketing to people and you have a real business, you want to be on Instagram.
Does it matter whether you use your iPhone, your iPad, or whatever to market on Instagram? What do you use, Harlan?
I use my iPad primarily. I also have outsourcers who log in from their own um, iPads and do posting. Am I sure Instagram is running on the iPad? Yes, but you need to make sure that you are looking for all apps, not just iPad apps. Okay, so what's happening on Facebook has now made it easier to integrate your Facebook business page and Instagram. And then, as a matter of fact, in the last week, because we are now in the Christmas season, this is the buying season. If you are hesitating to get on this, let me tell you that in a year, 75% of your business is from now through Christmas. So whatever you've made, this is the time to do it. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll come back in 6 months, you have seriously missed out because um, this is where the business is.
And Harlan, for people who are just now, and believe it or not, there are people who are just now coming on to this workshop, can you kind of summarize what your offer is that they're seeing on the screen here?
The offer.
And if again, go to kilstein.com/go/James, and I'll put that into chat again for you.
It is a 6-week course where I teach you how to become an Instagram ninja and how to sell. It's really about selling. You don't need me to learn how to post selfies of your butt. That's not going to make you any money. That's not what you want. But I'll show you how to grow any business on Instagram, find followers, engage, and sell them, and have people wanting to come back to more. I'll show you how to do contests on Instagram that will rapidly grow your followers and your engagement. I'll show you how to run specials. I'll show you how to get traffic. I'll show you how to track. I'll show you specifically, and this is the point of the course, of how to sell on Instagram. I'll recommend some apps. The apps that I recommend will probably cost you under $10 total, probably under $8. But they'll make your life a lot easier and make the whole thing a lot more fun. I want to come back to that adjective that I used, fun. Instagram is fun if you do it correctly and you see the sales start to come in.
Okay, and Harlan, is this a live training course or are there modules, and how does that work? How long do people have access to it?
So first of
etc.
all, number one is it's all recorded, and you go in and you get your first module, and they are I think you get 2 modules the first week, and then they start coming once a week. Because I know people want to dive right in. So I believe you get 2 modules right away.
All right, and David wants to know, do you like Instagram better than Facebook?
They're different tools. Do I like hammers better than screwdrivers? Um, uh,
So you
Facebook.
still use Facebook then, right? You still
Oh,
have.
heck yeah! I'm not giving up my pages with a 500,000 or more followers. Oh no, I'm still using them, but it's important to recognize it's a different demographic, so you can reach more people.
Okay, and Lou wants to know, what instructions do I get with the purchase and what type of support do I get?
You
Lou, I think if you read the page there, you'll see what type of instructions you get, but
It
as
goes
far
through
as.
all 6 weeks of the course and the bonuses, and the support is in a Facebook group.
All right, and are the videos unlocked after you finish each module,
Yes,
or how does that work? Okay,
they're unlocked.
all right. And EB wants to have the link again, so I'm going to put the link in again for you, EB. And let me just put it in there for everyone. All right, and let's go over those bonuses again real quick. I want to jump down here and look at the bonuses that you're offering, Harlan.
So the main bonus here is the advertising bonus. How to do advertising should you want to on Instagram. And I'm telling you that during the Christmas season, you want to. I mean, from every business, this is the season. And I threw up an Instagram ad for something and noticed sales right away. Really right away.
All right, I'm just looking for more questions here. Sorry, I'm being silent. I'm just trying to read through here and looking at all the comments that people are putting in. Okay, can you please clarify the timing on when each video will be unlocked?
Each video is unlocked. They're once a week. Once a week, you get 2 when you join, and then every 7 days there's another video unlocked.
Is it better to sell physical or digital products through Instagram, or both, or books, or whatever?
Doesn't matter. You can sell either.
Oh, when do they get access to the bonus?
The bonus is after week 6.
Okay. Okay, and Harlan, how long is this offer good for?
Um, well, James, you know that there are a lot of people who didn't make it on. I'm going to leave that up to you, but it's going to be up for a couple of days. I mean, seriously, if you have to sweat this thing out, whether or not you should be doing this, then I would tell you not to, because if it isn't self-evident right now that this is the gold rush day of Instagram, I can tell you that if you do not join now, you are going to be looking back and saying, like, I should have had a V8. This is something that is working, and it is working like gangbusters. But it's working like gangbusters now. Um, um, will be working like gangbusters now. And folks, um, you want to be there. Deborah is saying you're pushing the holiday season. We'll be past it in 7 weeks. Deborah, you don't need the whole course to start being a success. That's why we leave the first two modules together. You can just jump right in and you can be up there tomorrow selling and doing what I'm saying. It does not take you 7 weeks to understand what to do.
Okay, I'm just going through to see if we have any unanswered questions here. But Harlan has answered a ton of questions.
So, guys, I just want to tell you something that you can tell a lot about a course by the response to it, to people who have taken it. And the response to it is I have not had a single criticism of the course. It is thorough, it is easy, it is fun. If you learned something tonight, let me tell you, it ain't close to what you'll learn in the course.
Okay, and speaking of that, Harlan, what is the guarantee for this course?
The guarantee is you get the first two sessions for the first 2 weeks. At the end of 2 weeks, if you're not happy, let us know. And then it's clearly not for you. Other than that, you'll be overjoyed. Not one person, not a single person who has taken this course has asked for a refund.
Wow, that's very telling then. And I know there's not a lot of people have had access to this, but of the people that I guess on your own community of people, and maybe a few others, no one has asked for a refund.
No one. And I'm telling you, there have been a a bunch of people, some serious marketers. I mean, James, you would um, the the people when we last met at a seminar. There were a whole bunch of people there, big rock star marketers. I can
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that just about every single one of them is in the course, including the host and his partners of that
Oh,
conference.
wow.
So I mean, it says
Wow.
something. They didn't know that they could be doing this stuff on Instagram.
So, I mean, there you have it. I mean, and we've already went over this. Harlan has answered question after question about this. But if you're selling physical products on Amazon, if you're selling physical products on Shopify, if you're selling ebooks, if you have a coaching program, if you have a carpet cleaning business or any other quote unquote unsexy offline business, if you're an offline consultant, this course can help you immensely, and I urge you to grab it right now because, as you heard Harlan say, we're not really sure how long this is going to be open, but it's only going to be for at the most a couple of days.
And
So go to that link and grab it right now.
I am seeing people signing up, Kilstein.com/go/James.
What about selling tours? That's a new one.
Tours? Oh my God, I would love to sell tours. You're going to sell tours to Italy? You want to post pictures of Italy, things that would do, post pictures of cruise ships, destinations. Oh, heck yeah, that would work.
Yeah, that would be a fun one too.
List building on Instagram? Sure. Post a great offer with a giveaway, and that's all you need.
Anna Marie says, I have a high ticket vacation club. Wow, the businesses that you guys are in just blows my mind. It's just, different things I never heard of before, but a high ticket vacation club. The inventory is all digital. Would this be a fit?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about selling coloring books?
Of course, we talked about using it for Kindle books. It could be used for coloring books. Um, I have yet to see something, and every day I am astounded that there is not a business that probably would not fit on Instagram. Maybe if you have a funeral home. I don't think that younger people are planning. But honestly, just about any business that you can think of. I mean, think about it. If marketing for free does not get your attention, if being able to get targeted people and to be able to market to them again and again and again during this period of time, this crucial period, then I think you should slap yourself because you're in a coma.
Yeah, if you're not able to utilize this, then maybe you do need to go to the funeral home.
Right. We're
Uh,
seeing people with,
Carolyn says, "How about homemade goods for babies?"
oh
I
my
think that would be
God.
a brainer.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, you're
that you are in the power alley because there are so many young moms. Oh my God.
exactly.
I would take that business in a second on Instagram. I didn't even tell you the story about the teacher who quit her job and has an Instagram site where she sells homemade jewelry and she's making 11K a week. I show her in the course and we analyze how she's doing it. Very fine lady, and 11K a week. She's making more in a month on Instagram than she made in a year.
Well, let me ask you this about that business, Harlan. I mean, the jewelry business is huge, and so you said that you're going to detail how she does it in this course, right?
Absolutely. Now, remember, for those of you who are on Amazon, and James is going to know a lot more about it than I do, but there are things on Amazon, and I think the term is called gated, that right now Amazon
Yeah.
is keeping people out of certain niches. And a lot of people have even already gotten inventory, and then it turned out that Amazon closed it, and it may be possible to ungate or whatever. And there are all kinds of tricks to ungate, and maybe it'll work, and maybe it doesn't. But Instagram doesn't care whether anything is gated or not. Throw up a website, put up a buy button, and throw traffic at it from Instagram.
Yeah,
You,
you're absolutely right, Harlan. Jewelry is one of the gated categories, and it's very hard to get into. And the reason why, if you look at it from Amazon's point of view, it's a good reason. It's just because there's so many counterfeits in the market. So that makes it really good for someone here to put up a jewelry site, say on Shopify. And Harlan, the question I was getting at a minute ago with jewelry was, you're going to talk about in the course this lady who has jewelry business, but wouldn't you say that if that jewelry is such a vast niche that everyone who gets in could attack the jewelry niche and be successful?
oh, heck yeah, because that's how big Instagram is. And remember, you're going to have jewelry that is aimed at a certain market. And I'll just give this away, this tidbit is that woman who's doing so well is she was a teacher and she targets teachers. And she sends out lots of photo memes and making teachers feel really good. And then they want to respond. And the way they respond is buying her jewelry. And, the average piece is like under 30 bucks, let's say 30 to 50 bucks. If you do the math and divide that, into 11,000, she's selling a lot of jewelry there in a week.
Okay, and Harlan, what is your support address if people have any problems when they try to order the course tonight?
OTC Publishing at gmail.com. OTC Publishing at gmail.com.
All right, I just put that. Got one person here who said they signed up and they're having problems with it, so you can get them straightened out after we get finished here.
Okay.
What about the baby boomer market? You said that most people on Instagram right now are youngsters, so are baby boomers starting to come on?
They are starting to come on. This is the way it is with every single social media platform. They see their they see their kids doing it, and then they follow right away, right behind.
Oh, here is a really good question from Julie. Julie says, "Is this good for someone who's never done anything before?" And I presume she's talking about she's never done anything internet marketing wise. So is this good for a complete beginner?
Yes, yes.
All right, Julie. Yeah, you don't have to have any more technical knowledge than just being able to get on the internet and upload pictures, or use your iPhone to upload pictures. That's pretty much the technical aspects of this. Todd says, just signed up. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Kilstein. My business focuses on young moms. Well, Todd, I'm sure you're going to be able to find tons of young moms on Instagram.
Okay.
What about T-shirts? Do T-shirts sell well? Because you know Amazon just opened up their T-shirt site.
Yes, T-shirts sell especially well. Okay. Let's say you wanted to sell, it's hockey season. Okay. You can hashtag NHL, hashtag local teams, etc. Very easy to target them.
Carolyn says, what's the benefit of a Shopify site versus my own site? Carolyn, you can actually have both. You can use Shopify on your own site. It just makes it simple in the back end, so you don't have to worry about shopping cart and all that stuff. Shopify takes care of that back end, makes it really easy.
Okay.
Carol says, James, I sell a cat toy on Amazon. It's been pretty stagnant since I had the restock. Do you think I could rejuvenate it and get it selling again? I think there's probably a lot of cat moms on Instagram.
Oh,
so yeah.
You have no idea how many cat moms there are on Instagram. Starting to see lots of people joining. So welcome to all of you.
All right. And Phyllis says she's having some problems with her email address being different on her PayPal account. So Phyllis, I'm just going to tell you to email Harlan his support address, and I just sent it to you. You're having problems getting in.
And we'll take care of it. I'll get my assistant Sandra on, and she'll take care of it for you.
Oh, here's a great question. I've got someone here who travels a lot, and they're concerned about logging into your course through different IP addresses. They're going to be in Canada and the U.S., so is that going to be a problem?
They should let us know about it before, because there's definitely an IP watch, and we will let the administrator know, because we have software looking for that, because typically that happens when people share their link.
Right.
But if you let us know in advance, you won't have a problem.
And what about sharing your account with a business partner, if it's a spouse or a child, a son or daughter in the same house?
If you're sharing it in the same house, then just log in and watch it. I don't mind that. But sharing it with your business partner, you watch it and tell them what to do. But, I don't like two for ones.
Right.
Okay, and Harold got it set up. He's been struggling to find it.
Oh, the iPad issue. Yes. Okay. Okay, Barat, I'm going to refer you to Harlan for that question. He can take care of that offline for you. How many people are on Instagram? Do you have any idea, Harlan?
400 million.
Wow. Okay, Harlan, I don't see any other new questions coming in. I think we've pretty much knocked them all out.
I have never been on a webinar with as good a questions as you have had.
They
Okay?
were good questions, weren't they? Yeah, they were very good questions.
All right. Well, folks, thanks so much for joining us. I want to welcome all of you who have climbed aboard. Those of you who are thinking about it, think quickly. I'll probably give people to Saturday night to come on board. I think that sounds fair, James. If you want them the weekend to have it because people want to see the replay, um, that's fine too.
Yeah, can we, if you don't mind, if we can make it Sunday midnight, then.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
All right. Thank you, Harlan.
Thank you so much, James, for sharing your folks. This has been the best questions I've ever had on a webinar. So thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Harlan.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye. Have a great week.